Yeah, check 1 2, check 1 2. Is this mic on? Is this mic on? Hey, listen, man, it's the one and only trendsetter DJ Sense, and you're listening to CockTales, dirty discussions with Kiki and Medina Monroe. Yeah.
Today's cocktail is called the Floradora. So for this cocktail, you're gonna take 2 ounces of gin. You're going to want half an ounce of raspberry syrup. I'll include a recipe in the description box if you wanna make your own, or you could do a raspberry liqueur. This one is a dark raspberry liqueur Chambord. I wanted to go with that because I was not about to be making syrup today, and that's just what it is. Then you will need 3 ounces of ginger beer. We're gonna eyeball it, and you'll also need about half an ounce of lime juice and a lime twist for garnish. And oh man, I made a lime twist and I was about to show y'all how proud I was. It's not quite twisted, so we're just gonna sit here and hope that it comes out right by the time it's time to pour this cocktail. So this one is pretty easy to make. What you're going to do is you're going to take a highball glass, and in this glass, we're gonna add the gin. So again, that is 2 ounces. You could do more if you're really having a rough day. Life has got you down, or maybe you're feeling celebratory, I don't know. So 2 ounces of gin. Okay, that might be a little bit over. Who's counting? Then we're gonna do half an ounce of Chambord. This is a fat bottle. Ooh. But don't drop it. Half an ounce of Chambord. Then we're gonna do half an ounce of lime juice. Then we're gonna give this a nice little stir. This is a strong drink. Chambord has alcohol in it too, so be careful with this one. Now we're going to take some ice and add it to our cocktail glass, this highball glass. I wanna dump it, but I'm trying to keep it nice and cute and pretty, so I won't. But if I was at home, I would absolutely just, well, hold on. Fill it with ice, all right? And then we are going to top it off with the ginger beer. I'm gonna give it another little stir. So cute pink drink. This would be cute for like a bachelor party, girls' night, summertime, springtime, you're happy, you're sad, really anything. So we'll do that, and then we are going to garnish it with a lime wedge and my failed attempt again at the lime twist. And there you have it. It's a Floradora. Cheers to the Floradora, and welcome back to Cocktails Dirty Discussions, you guys. I'm Kiki Said So.
Hey y'all, I'm Medina Monroe, and I love that you put the ingredients on how to make a simple syrup, because it really is. I see why it's called simple syrup. When I hosted my cocktail making class a few months ago, the lady that owned the mobile bar company, she was like, you should always have a simple syrup in your fridge. It's so easy to make. You can add a little luxury to your drinks. And like that right there is just so cute. If you're at somebody's house and they're like, oh, I made this simple syrup.
And it doesn't have no maltodextrin in it or whatever the fuck.
No maltodextrin, maltodextrin.
Yeah, and that one is raspberry flavored, but you could, as you could see, you added the raspberries and that made it a raspberry syrup. You could do blackberries, you could do vanilla, you could do ginger, you could do cherry. I've done a lot of different things. And it also just ups it when you are hosting something and you have people over, and yeah, like you said, you made it versus buying it in the jar or whatever the case may be. It's a little extra effort, but if you're trying to get your barefoot contessa on and be the hostess with the mostest, you should definitely do it. It's not that hard, and keep it in a jar. And fun thing to get is like the little bottles where they have the pop top, where I don't even know how to describe it, but they're glass bottles that have a little pop top that stays on it. They have them in big sizes, medium, and super small. I buy mine from IKEA. They're like $1 to $3 a piece. And it's good to keep water on your bedside table or to store these syrups and different things that you make, or if you were making your own sauces. Sometimes you'll see them at restaurants where they make their own hot sauce, for example, or something like that. And they're super cheap at IKEA. So if you have an IKEA, it's not an ad, but if you have an IKEA close to you, or you can buy it on their website.
When you go to IKEA, do you eat the food?
No, I have tried it before, but no.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not for me. And I'm just wondering, what is it about the food that draws people in?
I don't know, but like I'm drawn in. Now I'm like, when I go to IKEA.
But you don't eat the food?
I do eat the food.
Oh, you do?
I didn't until like, you know, I was
What you like there?
It was like a I didn't really like it, but I was like, I see why people do it. Like, I tried a little meatball.
Everybody raves about those meatballs, and I don't know why. I think it's the color.
I tried their mac and cheese. I tried something else.
That.
Also, got a Sam's Club membership, and when we went to the Sam's, I'm like, not. I would not normally be like, we gotta get the Sam's Club pizza.
I got Costco and I love it. I love going up in there. So
Babe was like, we're gonna, every time we go to Sam's Club now, the weight that I have lost, I'm about to gain it all back because of this nigga.
Why?
Because now we're eating at IKEA and eating at Sam's Club. This was just supposed to be a grocery store.
It's just such a deal that is hard to pass up. I get it.
It was good. I got the hot dog, and he was like, "How you gonna come get the hot dog and not the pizza?" I love a good hot dog. I put mayonnaise on my hot dog. A lot of people think that's nasty. I put mayonnaise and pickles and onions. They didn't have that at Sam's.
Very interesting.
It is.
What moved you to try that combo?
My mom. When we were little, she would always burn her hot dog and put mayonnaise on it and onions and pickles.
Burnt.
Yeah, I love them.
Is it a Pittsburgh thing?
Nobody else in our family likes it. It's just me and her.
Oh.
But I was also going to tell you guys, if you guys ever make the cocktails that we shared, tag us, make a little video and tag us so we can repost it. If you have a cocktail recipe that you just know is really tasty or a good theme for something, send it to us, email it to us. We would love to hear it, or DM us if that's easier for you. Because some people try to act like they're email people and then they're not. I hate when people do that. They're like, email me. Bitch, did you check it? Just tell me to text you. It's all right.
It is all right. Do you have any announcements today or anything?
I will just remind everybody, I am the travel hostess with the mostest. If you would like to travel with me, we are going to Iceland November 1st through the 6th. We're going to look at the northern stars and a couple of other things. Go to paradiseandvibe.com so that you can join me and you can come alone. One of the attendees on the recent trip to Fiji, who is a listener also, shout out to Georgia, she had mentioned that when she first saw the Paradise and Vibe post, she wasn't really clear on whose content she saw that made her think this, but I was like, I gotta address this. She was like, I thought it was like a content creators trip, like where all the content creators just get together and take pictures. And I was like, I'm not really sure where you got that from, but it is not that. And I wanted to make sure I told everybody that these are wellness trips, wellness of every angle, fun, mental health, yoga is incorporated, meet new people. And it is no content creators are on the trip unless they end up booking the trip to come just for their own wellness reasons. So yeah, make sure you guys check it out. If you've never gone to paradiseandvibe.com, go and just check it out and see if it's something you'd be interested in. I would love to host you in Iceland or Costa Rica.
And I want to remind you guys that we are going to Curacao in March of 2025. And I hope that you guys come and join me. It's going to be a cultural immersion trip. We're going to explore this beautiful island that I love so much. We're going to hang out at the beach. We're going to cook. We're going to eat. Mostly eat, but you know how to throw a little cooking class in there. I want to learn a little something. We are going to explore. We're going to make new friends and just have a good time. It is the perfect time to make new friends or bring your homegirls. You could bring your man. You could bring your friends. It really doesn't matter. Or if you're a solo traveler, it is okay because it's going to be such a great environment where people are coming who are open-minded, like-minded, and want to meet new people and want to have fun. And you might make some lifelong friends. Join me and check the link in the description of this episode so that you can sign up to take the trip. They do have payment plans available unless you just want to go ahead and pay for it all now, and so you don't have to worry about it. It's gonna be a good time.
Speaking of eating good, in Fiji we learned about lovo, and lovo is when they make the food in the ground. And we went and did a traditional dinner with a Fijian family, and they smoked the fish and the chicken in the ground. I was like, wow, people just live so differently. I won't be smoking my food in the ground, but it was delicious and tasty.
Yeah, I would like to learn how to do that one day. If I didn't have any like real responsibilities, I think I would be like that girl. I can't think of her name, but y'all know the girl who speaks really soft and she makes everything from scratch, even gum, toothpaste,
the
and
light-skinned
Coca-Cola.
girl, she's married to the white man.
Yes. Somebody was like, do y'all think she's a serial killer? Because why would you make Coke from scratch? And I had to comment, and I was like, honestly, if I didn't have anything to do all day and I could just live and enjoy myself, I would be doing shit like that. Making random stuff from scratch. Why not?
But yeah, why not? Because I would see why somebody would make Coke from scratch. Whoever would be like, do you know everything that's in the Coke? It's bad. So if you make it from home, you get to ixnay all the bad shit. I wish I could make everything from scratch. I don't have time to do that, unfortunately. That's rich people activity.
It really is. And then it's also like cool to see, okay, you know this thing is nostalgic to you. Everybody knows what Coca-Cola tastes like pretty much. But if you could make it from scratch and it still give that same taste and it's refreshing and you like it, that's cool. And I also like watching food competitions. And that's another thing I would do when I'm not at home making everything from scratch. I would be probably road tripping it across America, and maybe I would expand internationally to just show up to food competitions. I would just love it. I was watching, I think it's Ultimate Barbecue Showdown. I love that fucking show.
I do love barbecue.
I binged it. I do love barbecue. But they do stuff like what you were talking about where they cook it in the ground, because we know American barbecue and even regionally is different types. But all over the world, everybody has different stuff like that. Jamaicans do that with jerk chicken. That's how it started. Cook it in the ground.
It's just so interesting because it is like, when I like to see it, it is like, it's probably a bug in the food. Because it's not no resources
or a small
out
critter.
here. Yeah. You just gotta pray about it.
I was watching Gordon Ramsay in Peru, and they were eating guinea pigs.
Oh, they
and
eat
that's
the turtles in Peru. You're not even supposed to do that.
Yeah, they eat them in Louisiana too. Little turtle stew. But I just think it's so cool. So that's cool that y'all got to experience that. What you said, it was fish.
It was fish. I forget the type of fish it was. It was fish, and it was chicken. Chicken.
Did it taste good?
It did taste good, but I'm not gonna lie. Like, the seasoning was a little lacking. Like, just and I get it because it is in the ground. You can only do so much because it is bugs. I'm not taking the beauty out of it, but it was a little lacking of the flavor. But the fish was really good. The chicken, you really got to season chicken.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, so it was interesting, but it was still cool to see. Speaking of barbecue, though, do you like barbecue sauce on your macaroni and cheese?
No,
you gotta try
I've never tried it though.
You gotta try it. It's so good.
When you are putting barbecue sauce on the mac and cheese, what kind of mac and cheese is this?
Any mac and cheese, like homemade mac and cheese, I love.
But I mean, like, is it a creamy one? Is it more like a solid baked one? Is it like the Caribbean kind where it's like
honestly
brick?
Any type of macaroni? I don't like when it's brick and dry like that. I like my macaroni and cheese creamy, but not too creamy where it turns out watery. But any mac and cheese, if I can put a little drizzle of barbecue, I'm putting a little drizzle of barbecue.
And what kind of barbecue sauce?
Maybe like a hickory smoked or a brown sugar barbecue.
I have never tried it.
You gotta try it.
But I'm not like opposed if my macaroni and cheese is touching meat at a barbecue. So it might, add a little hickory smoke flavor. I love me some barbecue. Next time I have some macaroni and cheese, I'm going to try it, and I have to let you know what I think.
Okay.
Why did you try that?
I'm trying to.
Was it just like it touched your food? You was like, it's kind of good.
That had to have been it, just like when the applesauce touched it. And I was like, this is good.
Now, wait a minute. Why was your applesauce and mac and cheese on a plate
I must have been
together?
a kid. You know when you're just trying to get kids to eat something? I don't know how I figured this out, but I like applesauce on my spaghetti and applesauce in my macaroni and cheese, but not applesauce in the macaroni and cheese and barbecue. You gotta pick one. I know, it's interesting.
Okay.
Maybe we can do a Patreon video where you try it.
I cannot eat applesauce. I will throw up on you, me, and the table. But the barbecue sauce, I'm with it. It's something about the texture and the smell. I don't fuck with apple juice.
Really?
Or applesauce. A fresh apple, yes, but it cannot start oxidizing or whatever happened when it turns brown. And I don't like red delicious, and I damn sure don't like golden delicious because they are mushy. Very picky about my apples. I like them to be firm and crisp. Yeah, okay. So I don't have any other announcements. We can move on to weird sex.
You said a man is not a necessity, a man is a luxury.
Like dessert. Yeah. A man is absolutely not a necessity.
Did you mean that to sound mean and bitter?
Oh, not at all. I adore dessert. I love men. I think men are the coolest. But you don't really need them to live.
Okay, you guys, I have another story from Sex Me to the ER, and I'm tired of hearing about people getting hurt. So I'm going to tell y'all this, and then I think I'll move on to a new series. But this particular story, this woman decided, it's another sex toy incident. She decides that her and her man going to use a vibrating cock ring, right? But they don't want to use it the regular way. Why not? I don't know, because it's a cock ring. So put it around the cock. I mean, Words mean things. There are tools and toys with specific uses for a reason. Part of that is your safety. Instead of putting it around his dick or dick and balls, she puts it in her vagina.
The ring.
Mm-hmm. She popped it up there like it was a Nuva ring, and it was not. And when they started going to Pound Town, it got stuck. And she had to take her ass down to the local hospital to get it removed. How embarrassing.
Why would you do that? And what was their race? Just curious. And I ask that because sometimes I wonder, why do Black people why don't we want to read instructions? I literally just had this conversation yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
We ordered a new stove.
I read instructions on everything. I think it's vital.
It's vital. You could blow something up, get a ring stuck in your vagina. Read the instructions.
Miss a cool feature that you didn't know that your new whatever could do because you skipped the instructions because you thought you could look at it and figure it out. We can read, y'all. Let's do it.
I watched my man throw instructions away for a new stove that we need to read. And he's like, we could just look on YouTube. We could just read
the instructions that came with this specific model. Why not? And what if the YouTuber doing it wrong? Anyway, that's it for Weird Sex. You guys let me know what y'all been doing that's weird, because I know y'all been doing it. Instead of sending it to the CockTales, some of that shit needs to be for Weird Sex. Send it to me, DM it to me, whatever. You can email it info@kikisaidso.com or just DM it to me on the gram.
Somebody sent one. It's in the email.
Mm-hmm. Did you read it?
I read some of it and then something got me off task.
Don't you hate when that happens?
I do.
It's like, damn, I forgot until this moment.
Yeah, she sent it as a cocktail, but it's definitely titled Sex Sent Me to the ER. I also, while we're talking about rings, I got to shout our girl T out from Crave. She came out with a vibrating ring. Mm-hmm. I absolutely love it. Let me turn it off because I turned it on. I absolutely love this ring. I'm going to be doing a giveaway at some point. I was supposed to do it while I was in Fiji, but I told y'all my line was shut off. This ring is powerful. Mm-hmm. It's waterproof, so you can wear it, wash your hands still. It doesn't get like crusty and like stuff in it. You can rinse it off if you maybe in the Delta Lounge trying to get one off real quick with your bag. I told her, I said, this might be one of my favorite things that you came out with. I love the necklace and now I love the ring. The only thing I wish, because she was like, what would you change? I wish it went this way.
Mm-hmm. Or had the option to like move that middle piece to be on 2 fingers, because it is kind of long. My fingers aren't that long.
It's long.
I like it too. And when you use it as a toy, it definitely gets the job done. I also think that all of their jewelry, especially the ring because it's new, but all of their jewelry is an excellent conversation piece. And it's something to talk about, especially if you are getting flirty, and especially if you're trying to get nasty.
Especially. Mm-hmm. So with giveaway or not, you guys, we do have a special link to purchase the pleasure jewelry from Crave. Make sure you check it out in the comments or description so that you can have a little piece of jewelry that's a good conversation starter. Stop being scared, bitch.
Mm-hmm. Get something new. And it's cute. Okay, so this week, you guys, I wanted to talk about space. And how much space?
Oh, I thought you meant like NASA space. I was like, you want to go to the moon too?
No. Mm-hmm. You want to go to the moon?
I want to go to the moon. When I can get on the list. I just want to see it.
Like close.
Like,
I'm like, girl, look out your window. It's right there.
I would love to go to the moon and just like see. Like, I can't wait until we finally get something together where like they can take people to space more often, like regular people, and like somebody maybe opens up some sort of establishment in space and you can go and it's safe.
Okay, well, good luck with that. I've been watching. I've been in my sci-fi bag lately, and I've been watching all of like the alien movies and shows. Well, not all of them, but a lot of them. And I have no desire because any little thing could go wrong. And it's like, I was not good in physics in school. I say it all the time. Science was not my forte. It's a whole lot of math going on. It's like a lot of things that are going up there where it's like shapes and numbers and degrees and theories and advanced science collide. And I just need to keep my feet on the ground. The most I need to do is 30,000 feet in the air on a plane.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It ain't for me, but good luck if you get to go. Have fun. I enjoyed going to like the museums as a kid and getting the astronaut food where it was all freeze-dried. That's as far as it went for me. But no, I'm in space like from
between two people, like get away from me.
Yes, get away, or you don't want the space, so you like get up on me. Mm-hmm. So I was with this man the other day, and I swear to God, I think I was having a panic attack, you guys. So we are chilling and talking and stuff, and he's making jokes, and I was just like, okay, I wasn't really feeling that great. I was a little under the weather, so I wasn't in the mood to be doing all this hee hee ha ha. And I had just started watching The Serpent Queen on Stars, which if you haven't watched it, you should watch it. I love a historical drama.
It's good. Let me add it to the notes.
The Serpent Queen. There's one full season already available on demand, and then the second season came out recently. I think 2 episodes have come
I
out.
promise we need to have a watch party event where we just watch different shows that we both have watched, movies or shows. The Serpent Queen.
And you know what else? Side note, I saw somebody tweet this. I don't remember who. Otherwise, I would say who it was, because I know how y'all be getting in y'all's feelings about stuff like that. When people mention your tweets and don't say your name. Whew. Anyway, you know how they have sports bars, obviously, right? Somebody was like, they need to have a bar where it's like, whether it's reality TV shows or specific type of shows where you can go out in public and enjoy the shows with other people. And they were like, they equated it to like a men versus women thing. And they were like, if men can go out and watch their trash TV, we should be able to too. And maybe they just have like, instead of the kegs,
TV.
yeah, that would be good too. Or, I mean, just like a nice little TV bar. It could even be like one of those really big places, you know, when you go to a super sports bar and they have multiple sports in different areas, just have multiple genres in different areas.
That would be a hit. Speaking of how women love crime TV, sorry, we kind of took a little sidebar. My man was like, why do you like watching this? Like when I'm watching
so
something,
interesting.
I said, it's so interesting. It's real. I said, you know, these are people's real stories and I think they deserve to be heard. God forbid something happened to me like that. I do want my story to be out. Share the story and let the people know what happened. But
it
also,
could save someone.
Also, it gives you insight and perspective into like, I'm always the person when shit happens in my family and some weird shit happens, like some weird shit happened and somebody stole a key to a house of a dead person. And everybody was like, oh, she forgot to leave the key. I was like, no, that bitch knows something is in the house and she don't want nobody else to get it first.
That's exactly what I would think too.
And everybody was like, why would that be your first thought? Because I grew up on Lifetime. I'm a Lifetime baby, proudly representing Lifetime. And I watch crime television. You got to think and be smart because don't play with me. Y'all need to open your eyes. If something ever happened to me, somebody did it. If it seems fishy, it's fishy. They stole the key.
It's fishy.
Yeah, they trying to steal a diary. They trying to steal some money. They trying to steal something.
It could be all sorts of things. And don't be fooled if you think that the person didn't have any actual assets or money. Because like you said, it could be the diary with the family secret and somebody is holding on to something that you don't know. Just like the book I told y'all about. That lady, if that boy never left that adopted family and his parents didn't die, he would have grown up not knowing that wasn't his real parents until he inevitably took his 23andMe or Ancestry DNA, spit in that tube, and found out who his parents was. You just never know.
Crime TV be showing them stories where it's like, wow, people really do this. They sure do. And I'm aware.
It gives you insight into how other people think too, because I know that we can get caught up in just how we think. And then when you expand from that, it's like how the people around you, because you only know what you know. And so you can hear other people's perspectives on the same situation. But if you never heard this off the wall shit, you would never think somebody would think like that, move like that, or any of that.
You really don't know what people do. Have you ever had this? Have you ever thought, like, if you've ever been around someone they thought about killing you or kidnapping you?
Wait, say that again?
Have you ever been around someone, whether you know them or you just are talking to them in the store, and like, have you ever wondered if anybody has ever thought about kidnapping you or killing you?
Yes.
Okay.
I wonder, sometimes I'm like, I even go as far to be like, I think he would do it this way or this way. And sometimes I get real nervous if I feel like this motherfucker been watching true crime too. And he gonna get away with it. Because they love to act like if you murder somebody, you will get away with it. But there are so many cold cases in the world.
A lot of cases just don't get solved. There's a documentary
and it's
on
not
it.
just prostitutes and other people that people think nobody would miss. It's other people too.
Or have you ever been driving and all of a sudden you get in movie mode, like you're in a movie and you're like, I know they're following me. And you like look in your rearview mirror and you're like, and you start taking them. They're
what
not,
do I do?
But they're not. And you're like, okay, let me go home.
Yeah, luckily they haven't been, but I had to, I do. I watch, and then in the garage, like after we record, I'd be like real paranoid and I just have to, and it's like, it's safe, but it's always safe until it's not.
And you better pay attention. If you think something, say something. One time I was in Kroger and I saw these people contemplating on kidnapping me. I saw it.
Wait, what?
This happened a few years ago and I saw it. It was just weird the way they were following me. And so I went and I got the manager and I said, excuse me, sir, there are 2 men in this restaurant. I mean, in this grocery store. They are following me. They keep coming down the aisle that I'm going down. They're looking. It was just really weird. And I was like, I was making sure I stood in front of the camera because I was like, y'all gonna find me. Like if they do get me, I'm not playing. I was like, I can't walk to my car by myself because they are following me. I know it. I could just feel it. And it was just like, I don't want to ever be one of those people because I see this in the crime shows too, where it's like, sis,
You didn't say anything.
why didn't you say nothing? I'm saying something, even if I'm wrong. And so the manager was like, we'll have someone walk you to your car. And they had like a 16-year-old boy walk me to the car. I was like, they're going to get both of us. But anyways, he walked me to
Who
the car.
else was gonna walk you? Everybody about 16, 17.
I wanted the manager to walk me.
He was like, hell no, they don't pay me enough for this shit. They might get me too. Yeah, my mind just really wanders sometimes. And I've been especially cautious after seeing multiple stories, because some people have sent me more stories about men going in stores and ejaculating on women.
That's happening often now. And I'm like, whoop.
And I'm like, why is this even a thing? Y'all are disgusting.
I keep wondering I'm not blaming the victims, but like, I don't play when people get too close to me anywhere if I don't know you. What is you doing? I'm already backing up. Back the fuck up.
But this is what I'm thinking. If you're in the store and they've already been getting ready, right? Before they get close to you, they could just be walking by, because you're not going to think anything if somebody's walking by and then they just turn and jug you.
They better hope I don't have something on me, because I really think if I could, I would shoot you or I'm going to stab you. I am not playing with you. That is.
Have you been taking your gun classes?
No, because I'm still kind of scared. But I got my knife and my taser.
You will feel powerful. I enjoy going down to the range. Pop, pop, pop. I'm a natural. I told y'all before, and all the men I went with were very shocked. And I was like, I done learned a few things from 20, 30 years of watching crime television.
I know that's right.
And playing the shooter game. Super Mario used to have a little gun and I would play. Anyway, back to clinginess and being too close. Now that is too close if you're close enough to me to nut on me in the middle of Whole Foods and I'm just looking for exotic spices and international seasoning packs, because sometimes, I get really overzealous and I want to make like Indian food and stuff. And I'm trying to like do it from like, I got to get peppers and grind them up, pound them. It's like, bitch, relax. In 2020, I had a lot more free time. I was making all the African food. That was really fun, and I loved it. It's so good. I haven't done it in so long. But that was a lot of fucking work. Mm-hmm. I was throwing out all kind of fucking leaves and seeds. I had alligator peppers.
You were, and it was good. That sous vide stuff was good.
Lasuya?
Yeah.
I'm about to make some more
if
soon.
we actually end up doing our cocktail summer event for singles, just putting it out there, bitches. Would you be like open to like making a little snack by Kiki for people to taste? Just a snack, not a plated
if
meal.
If it's 20 people or less, I would be open to it, to have like a little
just
order.
A little taste.
I would be practicing probably like I was preparing for the fucking Olympics, and everybody's gonna have cash. You gotta come. Everybody gotta come over, and we gotta test this, because I will not be shamed.
You won't be shamed. I think that's what you do, and then I'll make macaroni and cheese with a side of barbecue sauce.
All right, now you're going to have a different recipe from that time you made macaroni and cheese a few years ago. Y'all, Medina, she said she didn't like that brick macaroni and cheese, but that's what she made. Now, in her defense,
we did drugs, and I forgot that you
did drugs. I didn't do it. But I had told her, and I think it was the drugs and the alcohol and all the pound cakes. I made like 200-pound cakes. But anyways.
And then I had to leave. Remember, I left to go pick
You left
up
to get the drugs,
yeah.
yes. And I was like, my chicken has to cook at this temperature. You're like, it's fine. I said, I don't think it's going to be fine. You're like, it's fine. And she was probably just hungry and wanted to get it done. It wasn't the right temperature.
It wasn't.
We needed more ovens. And hopefully one day I will have a kitchen with multiple ovens. Or kitchens. Anyways, so back, we went all over the place. That ADHD is kicking my ass. I've got to take my medicine. So the dude, we're hanging out. I'm sick. He, fast forward, this nigga climbed in my shirt.
Stop, pause, and rewind. How did he get in the shirt? What kind of shirt was it? A t-shirt?
It was a lounge t-shirt. It could be pajamas, or if you needed to run to Publix, it's thick enough to where it's not just like a thin veil over your body.
It's not like t-shirt and my panties on. It's not like that t-shirt.
I mean, Well, if you just had t-shirt, I mean, it was gonna be like Winnie the Pooh. Like it's too short.
Okay.
Like I had t-shirt and pants.
Okay.
And I don't know if I had panties on or not, but that doesn't
It wasn't
matter.
an oversized t-shirt, basically.
It wasn't. It was regular size t-shirt, loose, but it was not oversized. It was not my man's shirt. So anyway, he climbs in the shirt. He's being funny. Y'all, I was freaking out. I felt like I was going to die. I was like, oh my God, please just stop. And he's laughing and stuff. My dog is jumping up. She knows I'm freaking out. So she's like jumping on him. He's laughing. He thinks it's so funny. I was like, I really think I just had a panic. This is too damn close. You got to go home.
That's what you said or that's what you thought?
That's what I said. It was like thoughts were rushing out. But in the moment, I'm just like... I climbed my body up out that t-shirt. He had the t-shirt on when it was all said and done, and I was out of that bitch. And I had to go lock myself in the bathroom, and I just need a second because it's too fucking close. So I wanted to know from you and anyone watching, listening, how close do you like to be? Because I've seen memes where people are like, oh, I love my man or I love my girl so much I want to be in their skin. And I get loving somebody down real bad. I do. But I don't want to be in the skin and I don't need you in mine. It's stressful. It's too close. It's just like, I can't even pee good. I can't think right.
Are you saying like it's... Okay, because listen,
it's like an immediate stress.
When things are new, I can see like there's like a hump that needs to, is it something where you're like, you kind of do like it, but you need to just get better with it?
I need physical space and sometimes I just don't want to talk. Like this might sound weird, but maybe someone can relate. Sometimes I enjoy, whether it's a friend or a romantic interest or whatever, sometimes I enjoy just being able to be around the person. We don't have to be talking. We don't have to be doing anything. We might not even be watching TV. We might be doing two separate things. Maybe we're working on the phone, whatever, but we just like each other's presence, but we don't have to be like, you know? And then when it's the physical, it's like sometimes I want someone's presence, but other time I really just need to be.
When you say sometimes, give us like a time frame, like a ratio, because I'm curious. Like when you're like you need space or you need to just be by yourself, like let's say like a week and you are with this person who you care about and you do enjoy their time. What is the amount of space as far as in time? Like give it to us in time.
I think it really depends on how much they talk and just whatever is going on with my hormonal imbalances in said week. It's no structure to it. It's really just vibes. Period time, I need more space than usual. So like, if typically we're together every day, we need to knock off 2 whole days where we don't even really have to talk. We could text, don't call me, maybe. Or you could call, but no, I'm not going to answer. I might be very moody. And it's not anything that the other person has done, but I'm trying to check my attitude before I being irrational with you. And I know that. And I just want some time to myself. I know that I be stewing and brewing in my head. And I want some space to be able to let that out in private. And then sometimes I want to make sure that I still have my own thoughts, my own everything, and that it's not just everything is together. Because that's something that's important to me. So, but on an average week, I would say I could be with somebody every single day, but I am going to need 48 hours out of that entire week of us being awake alone.
Away from each other, even if you live together.
Well, if we live together, that's different. Now, if we live together, that would just be like non-talking time. I don't want to have a conversation all the time.
And how do you communicate that?
I say, I need a moment. Or sometimes I will just do things on my own and I won't invite you. Oh, I'm going to go out and do X, Y, Z. We don't have plans. It's not I'm canceling anything. We wasn't doing shit. We was chilling. Okay, I'm going to go out with the girls and we're going to have a girls' night. And he might be sad. And I just say, well, maybe you should have a guys' night. Because it is a girls' night and it's not like we just hanging out. So like, oh, you could come. I just tell my friends you're coming. No, it's specifically a girls' night. We talk about girl stuff. They want to vent about their men without a man around, or we just want to talk about girl stuff without somebody rolling their eyes or feeling like it's not important. You want to do girly shit. We want to talk about makeup, reality TV gossip, and no sports, no balls of any sorts. We don't want to talk about any balls unless it's a ball you're rolling across your face to keep wrinkles away. That's the only balls we like. I need space. How much space do you need?
I don't need much.
I knew it.
Yeah.
I knew it.
I don't need much space. If there is something
What's
that I
not
need
much?
to Okay, now I will say this. It is a case-by-case situation because it depends on who is the person. There have been romantic interests in my life and friends. Because this ain't just about who you fucking with or who's your boyfriend or your love interest. It's also with friends. Like, it depends on who the person is. If I thoroughly enjoy you and your presence and your time, I really don't need space from you, because if that's how I feel, like how I feel about the man in my life who is my man, I thoroughly enjoy his company to the point where like I don't want to be away from him that often. And it is because he is my best friend and we have a good time together and he understands. There are still moments when like I'll be like, I don't really have like these
She's about to make up a moment. She's like, actually, that's not him.
Yeah, I was about to make up a whole moment where it's like, I need space. But I haven't said that, but there have been times when I feel it and where it's like, but if I need space, it's normally because I'm going through something. And then when I get the space, because I'll create the space in in a respectful way, and he normally can feel that, and vice versa. I can feel it with him where it's like I can feel when the space is needed.
No, I mean, what do you do to create the space and he can feel it, or vice versa? What are you doing in those moments?
I might be when he hears me listening to my Abraham Hicks or certain things out loud. He is like unspoken. He's like, I know she's probably trying to sort some sort of thing out mentally, and she don't need me for like. It's like, let me be quiet, because then I put it on loud.
Space.
Yeah, if I'm in the kitchen or if I'm cooking or if it seems like I need space, he'll ask me like, "You need some space? Do you need some time? Like, do you need some time, or are you acting like you need space and you really need me?" To just be here. Yeah, like, do you need space or because sometimes I can give off I need space, but really I need a hug. Mm-hmm. I need a hug, and I don't need you to give me advice. I just need you to like just be in my presence. Like, I can honestly say, and I know this might even be annoying to some people.
What?
I enjoy my man's presence at all times. Like, it's really not unless we're having like a moment where it is like, nigga, fuck you. Like, it really.
But when things are good, you like this closeness.
I like the clinginess. We can call it clinginess. I'm clingy. My man is clingy. And I just found my match of like clinginess. I don't know how I would feel if he was like, hey, listen, I need you to give me space. I would be mad. I know I would be mad. And I've been with people like that. And I've been that person. Uh-huh. And when I reevaluate those situations, it was like, I didn't like you.
So I wanted to ask, okay, let's say it is the same person that you do love and adore so much and everything is great. Time goes on, some years pass, everything is still good, but maybe you're growing and changing and evolving, both of you. And he wants more space from you, not because anything is wrong, but he just would like more time to do things in solitude for whatever reason. How do you think, if there's any way at all, how could he tell you that without it being, or what's the best way for him to tell you that, for you to receive it and like be as okay as possible, even though that's not what you want?
Well, first he needs to climb into my shirt. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. He needs to climb to your shirt. He needs to get in my shirt and tell me right here in my face. No, I'm just playing. I'm with that being said, while I understand, y'all got to remember, I am on a journey to awareness from so many different levels that it is uncomfortable to me. So I'm also at a point in my life, and I hope to continue this, which I think I will. If he said that, we have the type of communication where like I can receive it. I can also understand that.
How does he say it? Because he could say it in a way that's rude or like brash, and it ain't gonna hit.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think he should say it or do something?
If it's like a situation where clearly I'm not giving you the space and you need space, because I've been in that position too, where it's like sometimes you do need space. Like, I am going through a lot personally right now with my family. people it's just a lot going on. And so there are moments where like the space is needed. And so you got to say it. You do need to speak up on what you need. So if he came and said it respectfully, because I don't think that like you need to be rude about it. Like if you need to check your feelings and your emotions and tell me like what you need. This is also going to sound corny, but we have it on our Google calendars. We have bi-weekly check-ins, relationship check-ins. This is new to me too, y'all.
I think you told us that you were going to do this or you had just started it.
Yeah.
It's going good?
And we do it. We do these bi-weekly check-ins. And so in that check-in, you need to let me know like, I'm probably going to be needing a lot of space. I'm not going to like that though. It doesn't, just because you say something, that doesn't mean that I'm going to receive it and be like, okay, I'm not going to like that.
But that's an appropriate way, you
I
think
that's
during your check-in.
Yeah, like maybe if he said something like, my work week is going to be super busy. I'm not going to be like emotionally available and like being able to like be, I don't know if he wouldn't say that though. Like, but if he did, then I would say, okay, like, I mean, I think we would have to deal with it how the club situation. Like, I keep bringing the club situation up. I brought it up on the Paradise and Vibe trip. I brought it up to the attendees because I got to keep talking about it because it's a situation.
Which workshop?
It wasn't even at the workshop. It was at breakfast. It was at breakfast, and he was sitting right there, and and the girls was there, and I was like, "Let me ask y'all something. Do y'all care if y'all's man goes to the club?" Everybody was like, "No, he can go." And I was like, "Well, I don't like it," and I'm just trying to get comfortable with like owning my feelings. And just because I have a feeling about something and don't like it, I'm still going to say it. That doesn't mean that something is going to change. And so like,
what you mean?
That nigga wants to go to the club.
Oh,
like
but he's gonna change.
Yeah, because don't be like, I got a problem with it. So that doesn't mean. And so I say all that to say, like, I'm just getting comfortable with like getting feedback and like taking it in. It might not change, but if he said he needed space, which really this is hard for me to even answer because I purposely am with someone who would never say that to me, who would never be like, hey, I need to not talk to you for 2 days. I wouldn't do that to him. I feel like it's a perfect match because if I said that to him, he would be mad. And if he said that to me, I would be mad. Not that I wouldn't honor it, but I am going to be mad because I'm just not a space person like that. I like togetherness and I just love you so much. Like, it's like, we're that couple that like, and I've seen posts about this where it's like, just because you're going to bed, I don't have to go to bed.
Girl, all this togetherness got me stressed. I done spilled my drink all down myself. It didn't get on the mics though, team. Medina is stressing me out. She's like, I want to be together. I want to be together. I want to be in his skin. I want to be in his shirt. He needs to be in my shirt. We're the couple that does everything together. And I'm like, oh my God, bitch. I'm having a panic attack. I done spilled my gin. I'm going to go to the next one.
Kiki, it's like really crazy.
This is stressful.
Even last night, and some of my close girlfriends, they even know, like, I called my girl Chanel the other night. Like, Bay had a question about something. I was like, call Chanel. And we called Chanel from her phone. We just on speakerphone. And they know, even her birthday party, she knows I'm bringing my nigga unless it is told that I can't bring him. I like being with him. I like his presence. He makes me a better person.
He is not coming if you can't bring a man.
I'm still gonna come. If somebody is like, you can't bring him, like, you can't bring him. And so it's like, fine. But it is like,
I'm leaving early.
And I want him to know that I want him to be there. Oh, I know they're gonna be mad. The girls gonna be mad. They be so mad.
Whatever. Thank you. Yeah, I'll take it. Just come on in. It's already a mess.
They love seeing war. They be like, that man be trying to be in the camera. But I'm just trying to give people perspective on how my personality is. And I think that people should date to that because there are some people where they're like, nigga, leave me alone. And there's some people where it's like, if you leave me alone too much, I'm not sure that I'm
gonna forget you.
Yeah.
Out of sight, out of mind.
This isn't something I need people to uplift me on. I like this about me.
And I am not like that. And I spilled my drink all over myself because it was stressing me out hearing about it. But I don't want that to be misconstrued by you or anyone else. I don't care. That's your life. And I'm glad that you know what you want and you can speak to it and that you got somebody who is on the same page with you because that's what matters. And sometimes I think when people listen to the show or listen to us or whatever, or anyone really, and somebody is standing 10 toes down in however they feel, whether it's me or you, because we feel very opposite on this matter, obviously. We're not telling y'all how to be.
Do what works for you.
Period, poo.
That's what you should be doing.
This is how we feel. And so I'm always curious about how other people think. I was talking to my sister And I won't go into details too much because she married
Money
and I
Making
want them to say, yes, Money Mal. Download the single Drip. It's available on all
Y'all better
platforms. I forgot
download
I was
it.
a rapper too. I gotta add that to my resume. Anyway, she called me one day and I could instantly tell that sister voice where it's like, bitch, we gotta get to it. No time for the pleasantries. She was like, when you be hanging out with this particular person who had climbed up in my shirt, she was like, do you ever just be feeling like he ain't even really do nothing, but you just need some space? I said, hell yeah. That's how I'm feeling right now. You saved him. He about to get a few more minutes. And she was like, yeah, I be feeling like that with my husband and my kids sometimes. And I just want space. And I'm trying to figure out, she was like, I've always been this way. We're both this way. And we express it differently, but we are both.
You and her and her husband.
Me and her.
Okay.
We both like some space. She was like, I don't know. She's like, I know it's a little childhood trauma there. Not sure what it is. We'll watch some YouTube videos later. But right now, the issue is he's talking to me about it and he likes to be around.
He want to get in the shirt.
And the girls, not only is that their mama that they love and adore, but that's their mama, even if they didn't love her. Kids are needy as fuck. They are almost like parasites, even when they come out the womb. In the womb, they're definitely parasites, but once they come out, they be needing you. And so she's like, sometimes it's just like, it's a lot for me. And she is way more introverted than I am. So she actually requires more space than me. But she'll be like, sometimes I sit in my car at the house in the garage and I'm just there for a minute because I need a moment before I gotta be with everybody else. She's like, I don't want them to feel bad. It's nothing against it, but I just need my me time. And it's like, I got 3 kids and a husband. She owns a salon, so she has clients that she is servicing, and all these people, it's like all day, every day, she's doing stuff for other people. So sometimes she just needs a moment, and sometimes they don't be getting that, especially the children. And I was like, well, girl, I ain't got no advice for you. Keep sitting in that car. I think that's safe. Just make sure you don't close the garage with the car running, because that's how people die on Investigation Discovery.
On accident.
And
you trying to get some me time. Now
and now I'm looking at your husband if that happens, because I'm gonna be like, she knows better because she watches that too, and you know that lesson. She's like, no, I don't do that. I don't do that. But anyway, I was just wondering like how much time and space people need from each other. I think I said 48 hours. I meant 4 to 8 hours a week of waking time, but whatever.
You did say 48 hours. That's why I was like, that's wild. Even
4 to 8 hours of awake time. But sometimes the compromise for me is if you can be quiet and just be, whether it's we're watching a show or we're both working on our separate things, but we can be in each other's presence. Sometimes I just need you to shut up.
And maybe that is something that has worked. It's like I'm with somebody who, he's quiet. It's not like if he's not quiet, he's excited about something. But it's like for the most of the time, like that nigga do be talking sometimes, but like it's like I
have never seen him really talkative, so
for the most
I
part,
can see him being pretty quiet.
he's
probably
pretty
when he's comfortable with you.
Yeah, he's pretty quiet. So it's like even if we're having like a work moment, or I'm not trying. Don't get it twisted with like. There have been times when I'm like, hey baby, like sometimes I like to go outside and walk around barefoot and like sit down and then meditate.
What do you mean go outside? Grounding
and feeling the ground.
I heard about that hippie shit. Why are you going outside with no shoes on, but you was scared to eat the fish in the
And you
pit?
sound like him. And he was trying to have a moment and something. I said, I need space.
Are you curious about transforming those intimate moments from just fine to absolutely fantastic? Whether it's your solo journey or an adventure shared, it's about time you discovered the full spectrum of your desires. Welcome to the Intimate Revolution, brought to you by Vasoplex, our incredible sponsor. This isn't just any product, you guys. It's a key to unlocking the ocean of arousal and pleasure, specially crafted for the feminine spirit. It's where magic meets reality, enhancing your moments of closeness with unparalleled intensity. You know that men have their little blue pills, and now women have Vasoplex, a mantra for a new era of feminine joy, offering a realm of sensations yet unexplored. So with getting back into the groove of all the wonderful things that I like to do with my body parts down below, if you know what I'm saying, it's been somewhat of a challenge because I'm a little rusty down there, but now I don't have to worry because I have Vasoplex and it's going to do what I need it to do. Each application is ushering in a concert of sensations. I mean, it's just like one of those experiences that you read about in a steamy romance novel. It turns every touch, every whisper into an exquisite dance of delight. And with Vasoplex, an encounter that transcends the ordinary, where every caress sings, every moment is an escapade into uncharted territories of ecstasy, there's no reason why you wouldn't want to keep this as a recurring purchase, okay? So, for our listeners, we want you to unlock this magical journey for yourself. And we have an exclusive offer for you, 20% off just for our listeners. Simply use the code CockTales at vasoplex.com. Make sure to apply code CockTales at checkout for 20% off. That's CockTales. Embrace the luxury of Vasoplex, where your deepest pleasures await. Visit vasoplex.com and transfer your intimate experiences with our code. Don't forget to check the episode's description for all of the details and a clickable link. And now we'll get back to the show.
I need some space, and I'm going to sit out here, and there are moments where I have to tell him, this is what I'm going to do, and you're not coming to do it with me, because I do need my own mental like capacity and space and decisions. How you said, like, you want to make sure you're still being true to yourself.
And not just following somebody else's lead.
And
or too much of their
lead.
influence, but their lead on things where it's like, this isn't something that you have to lead on.
Yeah.
We could both have fair opinions and it doesn't make a difference either way.
Exactly. And a lot of that for us has to deal with like my wellness journey. I'm very big into, y'all hear me talk about her all the time. Her name is Abraham Hicks. Maybe we can go on one of her cruises. I fuck with Abraham so
What's the food looking
much.
like? Because that is the end all be all for me.
We gotta look
cruise.
it up. But that would actually be a really great bonding opportunity for us, because she talks a lot about getting into the vortex. As soon as I start even talking about this with him, he'd be like, I need space because you sound crazy. And Abraham do be sounding crazy, but you got to get in. I think I sent you one of her things. You ain't watch it.
I did not, but Sean is really into Abraham Hicks, and I've bought what is it? Asking It Is Given. I have that book and some other stuff. She's really into all of that stuff. She would probably walk outside with barefoot and get fucking Lyme disease.
You got to.
What? Get Lyme disease? Grounding.
You have to feel the ground, and you have to.
I do say go outside and touch grass. I'm going to touch it with my hand and go wash those bitches.
It's not the same.
Why not? I'm touching with my hand.
Your feet are like your antennas to the body. And so you're the
That's what I got my baby girl Whitley for.
It's not the same.
And speaking of which, her birthday is coming up September 4th. Whitley Beyonce Gilbert. You don't know why.
Are you going to have a birthday party for her?
Yes. And I was going to ask for suggestions about the types of party I should have. I was thinking of having an iconic mom and daughter party.
So the daddies can't come.
I mean, daddies can come, but
okay.
I know how they be about costume, because it's really about the costume, and that's why it's the theme. So I was thinking people could dress up as like iconic mother-daughter duos, like maybe a Chris and a Kim, a Tina and Beyonce.
This is cute.
I don't really need Sissy Houston in there.
Would
but
it be
I
at a
love
dog park or?
I'm not sure, but I have seen some places that do specific dog parties, but dog parties at dog parkish places. But I don't want to deal with outdoor stuff because what about weather? I'm just really not sure. I would like some suggestions, and I've also been practicing recipes to make dog treats.
I love that.
I found a good one. It's essentially carrot cake. And I mean, I'm going to taste it next time. I might bring you a little doggy treat because it's real food.
Let's try it. Speaking of dog food, I've switched now to, because Shy has been dealing with so many health issues, and it is all about what she's eating.
She is a senior.
She's a senior. And so now I cook her fresh meals. Bitch.
That's
talk
a lot
about
of hard
space.
work.
I need space from that bitch.
What you be making?
I'm in the morning. I really am about to stop doing this because it has opened up she has a new zest for life that honestly I thought she was about to die. She has a new zest for life. She has so much energy. And I did it because she didn't like her food. Like she wouldn't eat it until like, honestly, 2 days. Like it would go by and her food was, she wouldn't eat it. And then she was throwing up a lot and then her coat was looking bad. So I was like, okay, let me try to make her fresh meals that are good for dogs. So a lot of the time I'll cook her ground turkey with no seasoning, obviously. raw bell peppers. I don't cook them. I just put them on raw rice, carrots, chicken broth. But here's the problem. This bitch wakes up in the morning with nothing but food on her mind. When she hears me move in the bed in the morning,
she does
she
wait
sits
for you.
at the side of the bed and I'll look and she's just looking at me like, it's time to eat.
Mm-hmm.
In the morning, I scramble her eggs. Sometimes it'll just be a scrambled egg, but sometimes I'll do a scrambled egg with ground turkey. She getting a whole skillet meal. Like, what the fuck is wrong? And so now all she does all day is now she's so excited about her food. She will just like smack my leg with her hand, or I think she needs to go outside. She doesn't need to go outside. She'll go to the refrigerator and she's like,
get to it, bitch.
yeah, no, you need to get some maltodextrin back in your body because this is absolutely absurd that you got groceries in the fridge. Like, she loves it. I love to see her zest for life, but I'm also like, calm the fuck down. So it's not even time for you to eat.
I get it. I took my baby girl Whitley to the doctor recently, and I was like, my girl is so picky. I'm sure that even though I told my family, don't feed my baby
you get
table food. It's just like Zane, he knows his parents are healthy. I'm not the healthiest bitch, but I'm feeding her dog food and I'm picky about the dog food. I saw her tearing up pieces of crawfish shells and crawfish tail meat and shrimp that was falling on the floor from the children eating it when we was down there for my grandma's tea party. Not tea party, her 80s prom party. So I already knew it was going to be some shit. But when we came back, it was a real issue to get her to eat real food. So we're at the vet. The vet I said, I'm okay with
to get
this.
her to eat dog food.
Yes.
Okay.
And regularly back on her schedule. I was like, I am okay with this. I just want to know, should I just make her food? Because I have about 5 or 6 bags of dog food. I have dry kibble. I have wet food. She gets the Farmer's Dog subscription. We just ran out, but I paused it because last time she wasn't eating it. Not the chicken, the beef, or the turkey. That's all they offer. She's not eating these different things. I've tried to wet the dry kibble. I've tried to do all the things that y'all have been telling me, and she's not eating it. She was like, okay, no, don't cook the food because she's still so young. The nutrients that she's going to need to continue to grow and prosper is going to be such a headache to do it. I said, well, anything for my baby girl. Are you sure? How hard? She said, it's going to be hard because you're going to have to be getting powders and all kind of random stuff to make sure she's okay. She's smart and she's playing you. And I said, oh, she's like, yeah, she's playing you. She's very smart. She's not going to allow herself to starve. This is what you have to do. And girl, I don't know how y'all do it with humans. I'm just going through with the dog, so I don't think I could ever handle a human because I'm going to be a weak mama and I'm just going to cave to my baby every time. But she's like, you have to put the food down, leave it down there for no more than 15 minutes, pick it up. If she doesn't eat, wait until next feeding time. If she doesn't eat that day.
I did that with Shy regularly. Bitch, you're not going to eat. This food costs $50, so I guess you're not eating today.
I leave it out there and I just wait for her to get it. And if she doesn't, I put it in a Ziploc bag and put it in the refrigerator and it's going to get replated. But I leave it out there just in case. Like sometimes you're not in the mood. You might be a little gassy, or maybe when we was watching Housewives of Dubai, it upset you. She watches the shows with me. I just don't know. And I just be giving her too much leeway. I had to stop that. And you know what? Vet school is good. Her money paid off because bitch was right. Thank you, Dr. Malkovich, or whatever your name is, and Dr. Kaufman, because my girl started eating food again, but I made a mistake. In the spirit of not wasting food, I dropped a strip of bacon.
And she ate it.
She ran to it, but it fell on the floor. I didn't want to throw it away. I was like, well, she can have a little bacon, because I was also thinking about bacon. You know, those commercials. So I'm tearing up pieces of bacon. She don't want to eat her food if it don't have bacon bits on it. And that's the good, right bacon. And bacon is high. And it's been high for like 7 years now. So I have put myself in another confunkel. But anyway, if you know about birthday parties for dogs, let me know. And we're just going to see and pray for me on my motherhood journey, because I'm a weak ass bitch when it comes to being a mama.
Speaking of pork, I tried pork in Fiji.
Again, what you have?
Pork belly. And they presented it so the chef sent
to it. Was it at the restaurant or from the Pitt family?
So no, this was at a restaurant at the resort that we stayed at, which was the Mumbai Marriott Fiji. This was an amazing,
crispy on the outside, delectable on the inside.
Much, but it was a very beautiful presentation. And the only reason why I tried it was because my man, so that we could get a reservation at this place, he told them that this was our honeymoon.
I know that's right. You gotta finesse the system. Get it how you can.
They're bringing out free stuff, and the first free thing that they brought out
he done
was
spent $20,000 to get y'all out there in the beds in the sky on Fiji Airways.
Why couldn't you have just said it was somebody's birthday or honeymoon? I don't even have a ring on.
Honeymoon. So they make it romantic. They might have thought y'all was friends. Then the waiter would have been flirting with you and trying to do extra shit, and then he'll be upset.
Well, the chef sent out pork belly pieces. And I don't eat pork, y'all. I wasn't raised eating pork. I never ate pork. I never had tried it until recently. And before this moment, I had tried a little piece. But everyone tells me don't try bacon if you don't want to eat stuck on pork.
Because pork belly is bacon.
I tried the pork belly and it was good. It was really good. It had a little sauce. It was like, you know how rich people do stuff. It was literally probably
like a bite.
It was just a bite. And I didn't even eat the full bite because it had the texture of tuna. And so I didn't.
It wasn't crispy enough.
It was a cold pork belly. It wasn't like a crispy.
Oh, hell
yeah,
no.
It was cold.
You didn't even get the full experience. Well, I'm glad for you for that because it won't be so addictive.
Yeah.
It needed to be warm.
It wasn't
hot.
warm. It was a cold piece. It looked like a white man's thumb.
What the hell was that?
I'm gonna show you a picture. I took a picture of it. I don't know. I'm gonna show you a picture of it.
I need to investigate this. Yeah.
It was interesting, but I did try a little pork, and I was like, okay.
I still want you to try a rib. I gotta get
that has to be a Patreon activity.
Yeah,
trying a rib.
A rib. Ooh wee. And I made some ribs for the 4th of July. While you were out luxuriating, I was in the house pretending to be on Ultimate Barbecue Showdown with no barbecue pit. I live in an apartment. We have a propane gas grill. Hank Hill would be proud. I am not. Okay. But I be sous vide my ribs. I sous vide those ribs for 24 hours. Not this particular time because I don't always want that. I wanted a more traditional barbecue rib. And I wanted the meat to not fall off the bone so that you could pick up a rib, but I want it to be so tender once you bite into it, it will pull off. But I don't want to pick it up and it falls off. I don't want it to be too mushy. I have spent a lot of time and research on the science of this. I did some jerk ribs and I did some regular ribs. I got different rubs that I bought that were allegedly from competition winners, and then I made my own. And I had so much fun. Me and Whitley. Whitley was mad because I didn't feed her any ribs.
That's sad.
She ate other food.
Okay.
I made her own food, but I was like, if I give you ribs are not a cheap cut of meat. And you're going to be a big back girl, and you are still young.
She is young.
Now, when you get old, if she makes it up to Shy's age, please, because y'all going to pick me up off the floor if I lose my baby. She can eat a rib. And I'll be like, girl, well, we just gonna ball till we fall. And you gonna go and then I'm gonna go next. It's just gonna be like old married people when it's like the husband dies. So then the wife is like, oh, I died of a broken heart. It's gonna be me at 43.
I do admire people that are in their rich lives. My rich life does consist of a Doberman. 2 Dobermans, a boy and a girl.
That's how I make my families on The Sims.
Yeah. And like, I can't wait. Have you ever followed the Instagram pages where they do feed the dogs fresh, raw meat every day? And like, you just see the health in the dog.
Willie don't fuck with raw food. I tried that one day. She was like,
I bet if you gave her a rib.
She looked at the stove.
If you gave her a raw rib, she would tear it
raw
up.
rib? No, it's too tough. You got to cook that down. Maybe
a chicken wing.
Maybe a more tender cut of beef, perhaps. I don't know. Or lamb chops. She might like, I don't know. I've tried the freeze-dried raw food. Anyway, sorry, interrupted. Go ahead.
It's okay. I love what it does for the dogs. Anyways,
I like to see them chomping down on food and eating good and just... I like a Doberman. That is the epitome of wealth to me, to have a Doberman. Even though some people feel a way about cropping them ears.
Them ears is getting cropped.
They'll
be
cropped
all right.
because you got to have the look. You need to be looking elite. People need to be scared. If you have floppy ears, are you really a Doberman? Or are you a hood dog with the black and brown that just had the body style? Your mama was skinny, your daddy was skinny, and you out here looking like a track star, and you are not. You're really
it's okay.
a hound.
They'll be fine. Them babies will be fine.
I had what?
The babies will be fine. Oh, you had on here, could you work with your significant other?
Oh, yes.
The answer is no.
Question.
As someone who also said they don't need space, I cannot work with my significant other. I would
It would probably negate everything you said before if y'all worked together.
But you know what? These are really good conversations, and we need to add this to the new card deck because it's a good conversation just to have with your person because...
Some people can.
Some people can.
Some people end up on Snap.
And some people are just like, don't you ever even ask me if we could work together because you already know we can't. With my man, I already know that we know each other so well already in such a short amount of time that I know and he knows ain't gonna be no working together. You can come along with me on work trips and same with him, but like working together, no, this is where I get to lead. I don't want any of your leadership in my work. And that's just that on that.
Put your foot down on it then.
Yeah, it's just like I
Right.
can't.
I think it's a fine line with that. It depends. If
Somebody has to lead and somebody has to follow. You cannot have both. And that's the wild thing.
Agreed. And for me, you are going to have to take the ultimate supportive background role. You cannot be a supporting actor, a supporting anybody that we see. You need to be silent in the background. Think Oprah and Stedman, baby. If you can't be no Stedman, don't be trying to work with me. I appreciate support, but I think that it's also okay to support people in different ways, and work don't have to be one of them.
I also think that it's case by case situation.
Right.
You could possibly behave differently when you are working with your significant other. Like, if you are not used to taking the back seat and now you have to take the back seat, now you come to work, to our work, and now I gotta like baby you in this position. And that's not what we're here for.
Because you would be fired.
Learn what we're supposed, and I don't even want to go through that. I want to still go home and want to fuck you and suck your dick. And
now you mad. And it's just like, you gonna eat this pussy or not? And if you're not, well, I'm still feeling like you're fired. And that's gonna be bad.
Because I think specifically with men, not so much with women, and I hate to make generalizations like this, but I'm going to.
But we have to sometimes.
I feel like when you go in a heterosexual relationship, if you go into business, man and wife, men have a hard time, first of all, learning how, let's say the wife is coming into the position and she has to learn the role. Nigga, you got to teach her. And if you don't have the patience to want to do that, leave me alone. Because women will come in and upgrade your shit and change it. And we can take, when I went to the gun range, one of the first times that I went to the gun range, I did a really good job on my shooting. And the man had said that worked there.
Because you've been watching them shows.
It's not even why. The man that worked there said women typically come here and do an amazing job. Better than trained armed men, because y'all can take direction well because you're so used to being told what to do. And that's exactly what I did. I was like, I closed my eyes at one point.
What do I do?
And so a lot of the times when like you go into business with somebody, like, the woman is going to have a lot of questions. She wants to be thorough. She wants to do a good job. She is okay with being led by you 9 times out of 10, even if you're not a good leader. But if you don't have the patience to fucking deal with my questions and deal with my fuck ups,
or tell me what I'm supposed to do.
Or tell you act like I know.
Fit in?
You said, and now we said, now I'm like, well, now you, the way you're handling me is not okay. Because you do have to have like you need to handle me right. I'm just not doing this.
What do the people say? You have to be diplomatic. That can be challenging.
I've never done this before. So it's like if I come in to do, and we're going to do business together, I've never done this before, and you can't be gentle with me just for a moment. I immediately cannot work with my significant other because I know that nigga wouldn't be gentle with me. He is one of those people where it's like, he's a go-getter. You need to understand shit the first time. He's on the spectrum. And it's like, so it's like, I'm not going to do this with you because now we're going to be fighting and I don't want to fuck you no more.
And I get it, because that's why I wouldn't want to work for nobody, because I'm probably on that spectrum too, bitch. You need to know some things. Go read a book. I'm not the teacher. I'm the boss. And you need to do this. I told you how to do this already. You should have been taking notes. You sitting here looking at me all goo-goo-eyed, and you about to get fucking fired. What's going on? This is a job. This is not trying to rub on my booty time.
But then
what are you doing? And now I'm calling HR, and HR is me, and I don't like it, and you touching me inappropriately, and you gotta go. I'll see you at home and have my meat thawed out, or you will be cooking, and then I'm gonna have an even bigger attitude, and we might have to tussle. Wouldn't really do that, but I'm just saying for the sake of the story, we might have to tussle, because now you didn't even thaw my meat out, and you expect me to cook after I did my job and yours, and you sat there looking stupid, and you just hear, go walk the damn dog, and Whitley looking at you like, you dumb man. That doesn't really happen. I just got carried away.
And then switching the script when it's a woman who, like, the man is coming to work here. Now I gotta tell you what to do. You feeling some type of way. You don't know how to receive it.
You should know. Because you're a man.
But if he don't know.
This is a man's world. Well, you can't come work for me if you don't know.
There's still some sort of training. Or
go work for a Fortune 500 company or somewhere else.
I can't do it. And I like that we know that because I wouldn't, if like Bae came and was like, let's start a business together, I would be like, no, let's not. Unless you don't want to get married and have kids.
What kind of business? Do you know anything about said business? What do I have to do? Is this an idea where you thought it would really be good for me and you trying to attach yourself? Because that's what it be given sometimes. Not in my life, but just from the things I see happening on the internet. Because the girls are getting gooped by all kind of crazy situations. And I enjoy watching it. But then sometimes I'm like, these are some people's real lives.
I think one of our advice letters is about a girl getting gooped. These were such good topics. We're going to take some of these and make them for another episode. We're going to have to
talk about this some more because obviously we have to go deep into it. And we didn't even get to the ones last week.
We didn't get to the meat of it.
We're going to move on to see what the girl has to say or the guy in this advice. If you have an advice question that you would like to ask us, make sure you email it to us, advice@cocktailspod.com.
But first, we're going to go to Indecisive Diana. When we come back, we'll jump into some advice.
Would you stop thinking about what everyone wants? Stop thinking about what I want, what he wants, what your parents want. What do you want? What do you want?
It's not that simple.
What do you want? What do you want?
Hey, ladies, it's me, Diane. And this week I have a very poor man's date for you. No offense, this is an affordable date. If you want to take somebody out, you don't have a lot of money, go do karaoke. Sing a song, dedicate a song to them. Have a beer, have some shrimp, a fried shrimp. They might still have the dookie in the tail, but you know what? You're spending time together, and that's what really matters. Bye.
Okay, so the first advice letter is titled, Put That Little Baby on Ice. Hey, besties, girls. Okay, so I'm probably going to be a Debbie Downer with this letter, but I'm sorry, I guess. So I'm 24 years old and I'm in nursing school and life is currently beating my ass, but I'm maintaining. Good for you, sis. We sending you good vibes and prayers. Just so you know, life has been beating my ass lately too, but you got to choose positivity and happiness and get your vibrations right. It'll all come together.
And maybe eat a rib every now and again if the spirit's so
a little
says.
Pork belly. Well, about 2 months ago, I found myself pregnant. Ooh, I couldn't imagine.
I was not ready for this. God damn it, I'm about to spill my gin again.
Woo. Okay, I found
pregnant with a human? Ooh, wee.
I found myself pregnant for the first time by a man who I was literally just hunching on for fun. School and work has been beating my ass so bad, I'd be a fool to try to maintain a relationship. He is also about 10 years my senior. I do want children, but not right now. And not with a man I've never even talked about a future with.
I hope you don't live in Texas, baby girl.
He is very understanding and told me that he thinks it would be best to terminate the baby. But he's on whatever I'm on. Quite literally. I think it's so funny when the men be like you should do this.
Because it's like, I'm on what you on as long as you on what I'm on.
If you're on what I'm on, just start with that. I'm on whatever you want to do. I'm on it.
They don't mean it.
They don't. Okay. So, quite literally, as soon as I saw those 2 pink lines, I knew I needed 500 to put that little baby on ice.
Oh,
what?
Abortion money.
It's not that much for an abortion.
Maybe wherever she was.
Okay. All right. And our old baby daddy.
Not you got the plug on how much it cost. I mean, could it not be different prices depending on where you go and the type that you get? Because you get the pill or you get the procedure.
Okay. And how far along you are. Ooh, okay. And Mr. Old Baby Daddy Man sent the bread with the quickness.
So you know what he on. But okay, we'll continue.
Now, please know that I don't take abortion lightly. It's okay if you do. I'm making jokes, but it has really been fucking me up mentally.
I get it, girl.
I'm very much pro-choice, but I just never thought it would be a choice that I would have to make. That's why it's so important not to judge people, because you never know where you're going to be at.
Mm-hmm. And to vote.
Mm-hmm. We got to vote Kamala. I wish Kamala would hit us up. You know how she's hitting up all the celebrities to tell people to vote? Hit us up.
I don't need us messing up nothing, because what they're going to do is be digging up stuff, because now I was trying to open up my weird sex story. They talking about some stuff that I'm not going to repeat here. I'll tell you later. But it's like, this is irrelevant. What are you talking about today? Anyway,
but I would love to sit down with Kamala. Even if
I would like to know a few things, actually. But continue.
Like what? Yeah, okay. I feel guilty that I made the decision so quickly. I feel guilty that I robbed this man of his seed. That's what you feel guilty about?
You didn't rob him. He sent you the bread.
But that's what you feel guilty about? You're not worried about God? Because I'd be worried. Everybody
don't believe in God. You got to remember that too.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's crazy.
But continue.
How you think the leaves and the trees got? Okay. Even though he agreed that keeping it wasn't the best option for us.
Is he married?
She don't know him. Technically, she doesn't really know him.
Please let us know if you found out, though, because I'm curious. But continue, sorry.
It has been about a month since I got my little one since I get my little one up off of me. Mm-hmm. And find myself thinking about what could have been. If it was a boy or if it was a girl. What he or she may have looked like. What their personality would have been like, just all the ins and outs. Ultimately, I truly believe that I did what was best for me, but sometimes I wonder if I'm even qualified to make that decision. I don't know, man. It's an insane feeling, and I have no one to talk to about it but the dad. I don't really have a question. I would just really like and appreciate some encouragement. P.S. I like y'all's pictures, so this me. Oh, I know y'all like pictures, so this is me. She sent pictures. She just wants some encouragement. Here's what I will say as someone who has had an abortion. And I don't think we've ever really even had an abortion episode. Mm-mm. My whole thing was when I had my abortion several ages ago, I kept having like these terrorizing dreams of baby everything, baby humans and baby animals, cubs, little baby lemurs, little baby children. One time I was at Cheddar's. Yeah, like all the... It's not funny.
No, see, it's so hard sometimes when you say shit like that. I'm trying to be serious. I'm getting teary-eyed. Then you talk about fucking baby lemurs. What the fuck is even a lemur? Is this Zootopia? I'm getting them confused with the damn sloths, and that's a different animal.
A baby everything. And they were attacking me. And like one time I was at Cheddar's. Sis, this is not...
Cheddar's?
Cheddar's got good ranch and chicken strips. Stop playing. And then, like I said, this was years ago when Cheddar's was...
Excuse the fuck out of me. Sorry, Cheddar Scratch Kitchen.
This was several years ago. I don't even think Cheddar's is open anymore. Anyways, I was at Cheddar's, and me and my brother and my sister used to do sibling dates, and we chose to do it at Cheddar's because we like the ranch. And there was a baby. The baby looked like Stewie from...
an interesting group of people.
The baby looked like Stewie from Family Guy. And there's a little girl baby, a little white baby. It was a little white baby.
That wasn't going to be your baby.
It wasn't, but here's what it was. It was like there was no reason for the baby to just turn around and look at me. Nobody knew that I had had an abortion. I'm sitting here and the food is coming. The waiter leaves. I'm talking to my sister and brother.
You said nobody knew you had.
Nobody knew. I hadn't told anybody. And I'm just handling my own depression because I too was like, dang, like this is wild. I wasn't thinking about what she was thinking. I was like, I'm going to hell. God is going to be like, you've been such a great person, but remember that abortion, and just drop me into the depths of hell. And so I'm sitting here, I'm stressed about everything. I'm having dreams about baby lemurs attacking me, baby tigers, baby monkeys, baby sharks.
Baby tires?
Baby tigers. Tigers. Like
it was
baby
tires?
everything.
How did a car get in it? But okay.
It was baby everything. And so the little baby white girl, Stewie, the child just turns around. She's in her little
Stacy.
She's just...
We're not laughing at you, girl. We're laughing at the situation because we're trying to make light of some dark
I'm really not
shit.
laughing at you. I need you to know that.
I hope you understand, and I hope this gives you a laugh. This is part of the encouragement that you asked for.
And it's part of your journey. It is the decision you chose. You got to own it, and you got to find something to keep you moving forward because it can, like I said, I'm finishing the story.
You down.
The baby white baby girl, Stewie Stacy, turned around in her seat.
What she said?
She was in that little seat. She was little. She was a baby. She couldn't talk. The child just turns around. You're me. Act like you're me. She said, baby can't talk. I don't know the white baby.
Barbecue macaroni and cheese.
The white baby girl turns and she just does like this. And she's just looking at me. She's not smiling. She's not, you know, baby's like, she just looked at me like, bitch, I know you out here killing babies. And
my partner told me.
Just started crying. I just started.
What did your siblings
I had to tell them. I started crying. And then I ended up telling my mom that weekend.
Oh, girl, you told everybody?
I told everybody. And I was just like, I can't believe I did this. Like, it's not a good feeling. You don't feel good about it. However, if you feel like you made the best decision for you and this baby, rest in peace, then that's what it is. You can't control it anymore because the baby is gone. And you gotta like,
that one.
if you need to write it out, if you need to talk it out on a serious note. Like I had to talk to my mentor, Miss Williams, and I had to talk to my mom about it. And I was really surprised at some of the stories I got from my mom. And if you whatever you need to do to like cope with it, as long as it's legal and safe, then do that. Because some people can just go and kill babies and be like, fuck that baby, but some of us can't. Like some of us are like, dang, fuck that baby, but like I'm sad and I really what it would have been. I would have a 13-year-old right now. I don't want a 13.
Life would be vastly different.
You got to get it out. The feeling, you did it, it's done. You can't change it. And so you're saying, I can't talk to anybody about it. You can talk to I was going to say us, but you can talk to me about it.
You can talk to me too.
You send us some messages. Do what you need to do. You got to just get through it and don't hold on to this like you have ruined your life, because you haven't. You made a decision. And in some states, abortion is legal. And so right now on this living earth, we are okay. Pray about it, get through it, and it's okay.
Yeah. And I would spend way less time worrying about whatever you think you robbed this man of and his experience. He was very quick with his decision, and even though you move quick too, so it's like he could look at it the same way. Don't worry about that. Right now, you're not okay. You are feeling the effects of your decision. And I think that all in all, based on what you told us, you did make the best decision. So I hope that you feel encouraged in knowing that sometimes we got to make tough decisions and it's not what you want. And this ain't really encouraging, but I'm going to tell you just, it is what it is. You're going to be sad for a while. Mm-hmm. You wrote us. You're feeling this. It is tough.
I was having dreams about baby things for 2 years.
And it might last longer. It could last forever, right? But you didn't have the baby. The baby is gone. You can't undo it. Maybe one day, if you choose to have children, you'll be able to. I'm glad that you were able to live through it, and you need to think about the positive of it. Okay, so you made this decision, right? But some people make that decision and they die, or they can't get a safe. Yes, because they cannot get a safe and healthy abortion because now it is illegal in so many places. So people are going back to the olden days where they drinking pennyroyal tea. Don't do that shit.
Is that what Alicent was drinking in Game of Thrones?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Now, I won't tell y'all who told me, my auntie Kim. She said, if you drink a little pennyroyal tea, I'm not advised.
Do you boil pennies in water?
Pennyroyal is an herb.
Oh.
I don't know how much. I don't know how you measure that shit or whatever, but there's lots of teas and herbs and things that people were doing because everybody wasn't going with the vacuum gawk 3,000 abortion style to get the babies out of you. They didn't have the pill. There was no all the whatever stone pills. It wasn't all of that. You had to have herbs and different things. People were using coat hangers. People were dying. And people are still dying. And now that everything is reverting back to the olden days, and watch Handmaid's Tale, bitch, because that's what America is going to. All of these things are happening and people don't know what to do, but you were able to do it in a safe and healthy way because you were able to type this email up and tap into your feelings and all of that. I hate that you went through this. I hope that you get through it, but part of it is just you're going to have to figure out a way to come to terms with the decision you made and remind yourself every day. It's going to take a while to be okay, but remind yourself every day you made the best decision for what it could be. And then if you really have to, if that's not working and you're still feeling down, you need to turn on old episodes of Dr. Phil. I'm sure they're available on YouTube or probably Tubi, hell, and watch episodes where them kids was bad as fuck, and that could have been your baby.
Or volunteer with kids, because that also does help you realize this is why I didn't have you, because I wasn't ready to deal with this.
YMCA and Boys and Girls Club, anywhere where it's free or cheap is going to be probably your best bet. No shade to anybody whose kids are going there. I went to the YMCA and the Boys and Girls Club.
So did I. I took swimming lessons at the YMCA and the Boys and Girls Club.
And you got good kids there, but then you also see it's other kids where I have no daddy around when I was growing up. That's why I'm wild and I don't give a fuck. That's what Tiara Marie said, and she said a word.
And that's their mama's fault for having them. I'm sorry that I said that, but I also...
Okay, now we're going too far. But you didn't have the baby. You made the best decision that you could. I hope that you find encouragement, all jokes aside, in knowing that you did what you had to do, because it could be bad for the kid. And maybe you can't talk to everybody. You might not have anybody. You could hit up either of us, and we can talk to you, because that's a lonely and sad place to be. And you're going to be there, but you don't have to stay there.
I also just want to add to it, while we did give you that encouragement, you do also need to take a look at the decisions you made in having unprotected sex and learn from that. Because I also don't agree with, like, I do know people that use abortion as
birth control.
Birth control. And like, bro, learn the lesson. Get on birth control or use a condom.
What do you mean they use it as birth control?
You let niggas come inside of you, and every fucking weekend you get an abortion. Stop. That messes with your mental health. It messes with your hormones. Like, we know your
uterus work.
I don't know, but it works. And so it's like, if you need to also grasp the lesson in this. And the lesson is, let's not just be letting people come inside of us, because we know how children are made. Stop doing it. I felt so bad about it that it was like, bro, you got to protect yourself. Either get on birth control or put on a fucking condom. It is way cheaper than an abortion. Or you can do both. But don't repeat this. Don't repeat it, please.
And now, you guys, if you didn't know, they sell a lot of, because I know some people may not have jobs or are in situations where they have healthcare and they can go to the doctor. They are selling birth control over the counter. Right now, you can get it in the aisles of CVS and Walgreens. They do have like the traditional kind where you got to take a pill every day. You can get that. I forget the brand, and they didn't sponsor, so maybe they should hit us up. But again, continue to vote, bitches, because that's about to be taken away, and they're going to have us back in 1862 with bonnets on our fucking heads, and we're going to be slaves again and all kind of other bullshit if y'all don't get out here.
I'm going to be the wrong person to make a slave. I'm just telling you that right now. I'm poisoning all the white people. So white people are
I'm gonna get killed real quick, because I'm gonna get in trouble for sassing somebody.
I know I'm gonna be in trouble. Like, they just better not do that. So,
well, all right, that's it for advice. And good luck, girl. For real, we joked about it. I hope you could laugh a little bit and cry a little bit, and like really just try to take the serious parts that we sprinkled in there, a little razzle dazzle. And we hope that you'll be okay. Hit us up together individually. However, if you really want to talk some more, we here with shit like that. We don't have to joke when it's not on the podcast and you DM me. We can talk, because I do get it. Okay. So last, before we go,
you read the cocktails.
Okay. Email us cocktails@cocktailspod.com and make it nasty, because I'm not.
Once upon a time, not long ago, I was a hoe.
All right, so this one says, coworkers find auntie. Now, what the hell y'all done got yourselves into? So I got a coworker I'm cool with. She invited me to a family function, so I pull up and you don't believe in punctuation, huh? Oh, there's a little bit. Okay, I'm just not there yet. Let me start over. So I got a coworker I'm cool with. She invited me to a family function, so I pull up, and as I'm meeting everyone, one person stands out the most was Auntie D. She was so fine, reminded me of Aunt Wanda from the Bernie Mac show. Do you remember Aunt Wanda? I don't either.
Mm-mm.
Okay. He was always yelling at them damn kids, and I was getting stressed. Anyway, I'm 27, and Auntie D is 45, but later in the night, we start locking eyes. We get a dance. Oh, this is about to be a mess. We get a dance in. We feeling on each other. We exchange numbers, and I pull up to her house after. Now, how did we get here? You supposed to be at a family function, and now you trying to bump and grind with Auntie D. All right. Soon as I get inside, we're kissing and undressing. Now, I also wonder, is this a man or a woman writing this? I
We
guess
gonna
we'll see. Okay, as soon as I get inside, we're kissing and undressing. As we go upstairs, she pushes me on the bed and sucked the soul out of me. She comes up and whispers to me, "Wait here." I just laid there, wondering what's about to happen next. She comes back in a leather outfit with
Auntie
some
D was
rope.
not playing with you.
She wasn't. This was a setup, quite honestly. She comes back with some rope and a whip. She tied my hands together over my head and hit me with that whip so many times I lost count. Probably because it felt so damn good. She then stood over me with a dripping, wet pussy and rode my face, asking several times, "Am I hurting you, baby?" And I'd say, "No, I'm just trying to breathe." I feel her come at least twice. She gets off my face. I feel her kiss me clean in the mess she made. She rides my dick like it was going to be the last one she was ever going to ride. Okay, Dragon Rider. It was so fucking good. I came twice. I'm talking volcanic eruptions. It wasn't burning, was it? Because that's a bit concerning, but okay. It was such a cool experience. Me and Auntie D still link up about twice a week. Sent from my iPhone. Not twice a week. All right, you and Auntie D. And you 20-something. What bill she paying? And if she not paying them, you need to ask her. Tell her you need a little something on the Wi-Fi so you can play your video games like I know you do. You want that new controller for your PS5.
When people say stories like this, I'm always like, wow, you really don't know. Like, we all got aunties, single aunties at that. You really don't know these people. Like, you really don't know what
I don't
people
wanna
be
be an
doing in their
auntie like
spare
that.
time. I'm not going to be auntie like that. I would be married with my children, cooking
Married women
cooking
cheat.
apple pies.
I just want to make pound cakes. Okay, before we go, I do want to tell y'all there is a I don't fuck with Facebook like that. Y'all be getting mad when I talk about country people being on Facebook.
I just had to create a Facebook for a real estate group that I had to join, and I was like, bro, I feel old trying to navigate Facebook all over again.
It has changed so much.
So much. I feel old. Somebody called me and was like, hey, I think someone hacked your page. Is this you? I was like, it's me.
Yeah, sorry. I'm trying to figure it out. Anyway, I have joined a few big back groups. One of them being Black People's Pound Cakes.
Remember that group we were in? The lady was always...
That Truth. I know what it is because I go in there sometimes and they still talking about same old, same old. Shout out to y'all. But Black People's Pound Cakes, I'm not really a baker. I'm more of a cooker, griller, barbecuer. Baking is a totally different science. I won't get into that because we are overtime. Those pound cakes.
They're good.
I don't know if they're good or not. They're just beautiful. Like looking at these works of art and just the community that is in that Facebook group. That's what keeps me on Facebook because I be in the group like, people like, my cake, okay, this is what happened and it's stuck to the pan so pieces like broke off. So it's not like the pretty butt cake look and they're trying to figure it out. And the community's like, oh girl, did you wash it? Real good. You got to use this kind of dish soap and use this kind of spray. I use old school Crisco and flour. Then some people are like, oh, did you wash it the same day that you baked your cake? You need to wash the pan. You need to wash it the day before and make sure you thoroughly dry it and just let it sit out and air dry because there could still be some residual moisture that you do not see and it is making your cakes cake up.
See, that's the thing with baking. You can't rush. You can't rush.
Baking is extremely scientific. It's harder than food. That's why I stick to food.
Because food, you can fuck it up and be like, I'll make this a little sauce.
Okay, or like cut off the burnt peas. Sorry I fucked up the chicken skin. This is skinless chicken tonight. Boneless, skinless chicken thighs and the breast and the wing, but it's a whole rotisserie chicken. I fucked it up, but this is what we
But
don't
baking,
have.
you fuck anything up. Now it's dry and it's...
And it's like real science. Again, ain't good with science. Anyway, those cakes are beautiful. And if anybody is in the Black People's Pound Cakes, because that's literally
Send us a pound cake.
Well, if you, well, that too, please. But if you're in the group and you live in the Atlanta area, I would like a mentor in baking because I'm not good at that. I get very distracted.
And then if you learn how to bake them, then you can bake them for me and I'll pay you for them. And then when my clients close on a house, I'll give them a pound cake.
Why you fucking playing, girl? I got a few appetizers that if you have some open houses. I was watching a show, another TV show, Unprisoned. And this is something I was speaking about opportunities earlier. I really got to shut up. But I was speaking about opportunities earlier and talking about the things that you want to do and different things that you want to happen. I have been wanting challenges to make things. Maybe we could do like a fake open house or
no, we can do a real one.
And I will make 3 to 4 appetizers or something that could be passed around, and we can just try them. And I can accept honest critiques because I am an artist, and I
in your face, like the critique, or like they just send a message
like
later?
you or your friends or whoever
okay.
you invite. Yes, tell me. Not in the public,
okay,
but like before it was public, like tell me so that I can make tweaks or take the feedback and figure out, man, fuck this shit, because y'all know what y'all talking about. Your T-spuds are fucked up, and I'm not trying to hear it, but I wouldn't do that. But anyway, I was watching a show called Unprisoned. The daddy got out of prison, and he's really into food like me, and he did that.
Wow.
For the daughter. Long story, but
this is on Netflix.
Hulu. The daughter's foster sister is a real estate agent, and he hooks up with her, and she lets him cater her open houses. And not only does he talk her up and talk the homes up, but he brings us food, and it just works out great. If y'all haven't watched the show, it's called Unprisoned.
I've seen it. I didn't know if I saw it on Netflix or
I didn't know if I would
Hulu.
like it. They do have corny moments. Stick it out. It's a good show. Kerry Washington is in it. She does make the cry face.
She be flaring her nose.
Her nose, the lips, all of it. There's also some levels of mixed kids going on. I mean, it's everywhere, and I know some of y'all got them, some of y'all are them.
The mixed kids?
So, it's been a race war on the Twitter or the X about people not being Black enough and all this stuff. And I don't like it. I don't support it, but I know how people feel. Anyway, it's all that in there. So trigger warning, because everybody need a warning about every goddamn thing that goes on in every damn life, every part of life. Y'all got all the warnings. It's prison, injustice, ugly ass cry faces, big teeth, bad weeds, bad hair. It's some pole dancing. The girl from what is that show that left, but it's not really gone? Were they in Mississippi, down at the Pink?
Oh,
down at the valley where the girls P-Valley. The main stripper girl that be Mercedes. She's in the show. She doing pole dancing again. Big surprise.
In the open house?
Not at the open house.
Oh,
she's actually a lawyer who falls in love with a parole officer.
Oh, so this is a scripted series.
Oh, it's scripted. It's scripted.
Oh, I was thinking this was like HGTV.
But it's based on true-ish events is what they say. I have to do a deeper dive. Check it out on Patreon. I'm going to figure out what is the true story behind this, because I do also know Kerry Washington found out some shit about her family and her heritage that it was a mess. I don't know. Anyway, thank y'all for listening to my rant and not turning off yet.
I wonder if I could have a pole dancer at an open house to get people to come.
Maybe. But you're going to need extra security.
Got that.
Extra security. And it will probably be real entertaining, because some people probably want that and they want to know, can I turn this
Can a pole
up?
fit here in this high ceiling?
Yes. And what's the structure looking like? Because I like thick bitches. I need somebody 230 or better. I want a big old booty straight from Colombia. Okay.
Hey, listen, y'all. If you're trying to buy or sell a house, hit me up. The Ghetto Realtor. I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
That was a jokey joke. It's a real realtor, licensed and credentialed, bitch. Mm-hmm. Anyway, good luck to the girl who had to off the baby, and I really do hope that you find some solace with that for real. Peace. That's tough. That's a real one. Now, everybody else make better decisions.
Yeah.
and vote. So make sure that you guys are also signed up on Patreon, patreon.com/CockTales. Follow us on Instagram. Check the description box for links to everything. And please continue to like, comment, rate, subscribe, comment everywhere you can. We really
as you talk
appreciate
about
it.
commenting, rating,
What?
and subscribing, I just want to let you guys know I've been keeping an eye out on the Apple Podcast top charts. It is full of white people. And in order, sometimes I think that we don't understand how to get us in places. You guys have to comment. You have to like. You have to repost. You need to tag us. You have to share the story so that I'm not even talking about for CockTales, but I am. But just in general, just like Black and brown people not being top in the charts. It's about 3 people that are top in the charts right now. Sometimes we fluctuate that, and we're in it. But to keep us consistent in that, you guys have to like say that you like the show somewhere. If you're not leaving a comment.
For Apple Podcasts specifically, I'll tell you guys, you not only have to leave a review, positive review with good ratings, but you also have to share. They don't really publish everything that they do.
Tell them what you mean by sharing.
Insider information, you need to click the link where it says share, and you share the link to encourage people to listen. It's cool when you listen in an environment where you're all in the room and you're listening to it. That's cool. But make sure when that's done, you share that link because it counts when you share. It counts when you share and they played it. And it counts as the time that you do. I have done a few interviews and even I've shared it on here. I always say like I discourage people from doing seasonal podcasts and I discourage people from, what else? I would discourage y'all from a lot. But one of the reasons I discourage y'all from seasonal podcasts, when you don't post at least once a week. Because most shows are doing once a week and now they're even doing way more than once a week and don't even try it.
Because if y'all not sharing it
don't even try it. We not there yet. Y'all not sharing enough to let us know that you want it. You don't want it bad enough.
If
and
you
if you
want
want
more,
it bad enough,
say that.
Okay, you say it on Patreon.
We mean that in the most serious way as possible.
Yeah, because like, it's a lot.
If you don't share the show will end.
Period, poo. Because we could do something else. Anyways, and it's like we're doing it for y'all, but if y'all ain't there, it's like, bitch, what the fuck?
And if you like the show, I'm always like, people love saying I love the show so much. Share the fucking show.
Or do you like our braids and our outfits on the gram? Y'all watching us on Instagram, bitch. All 200 or 1 million people who watched the video telling me my eyelashes was fucked up. I know. It's sad and I hate it. And that's from 2 fucking years ago.
Y'all talk about you sick of hearing me talk about my man and being happy. Share it. And you can talk your shit, but send it. Be like, this bitch is so annoying. And then send it to your group chat and be like, listen to how annoying she is.
Yep. All those things help.
If you have listened to this specific episode and you hear us saying this right now and you are not fixing your fingers to share the episode, fuck you.
Now, I ain't say all that because I still need you, people. I still need you. And I made that last drink a little strong. I measured it wrong. I was supposed to do 2 ounces of gin. And I was just pouring and having fun. And it's about 8. We gotta go. Anyway, y'all sign up for Patreon, patreon.com/CockTales. And before I can't spell no more, follow us on the gram. You know what that is. And follow me, Kiki said so.
And follow me at Coffee Bean Dean.
And
until next time, you guys.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Bye. 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 Bye.
Population.
Goodbye. Bye. Bye. Wait on the drive. Bye. Bye. Bye.